In other breaking news this afternoon, we've learned that the police officers involved in a shooting back in December will not face charges related to the incident. This is related to a shooting near 14th and Nunn Streets in Wilmington in late December. Officers said they spotted Savion Wilson with a gun as they were chasing him. Wilson allegedly turned around with the gun. That's when officers fired back, hitting Wilson. New Hanover County District Attorney Jason Smith says the State Bureau of Investigation looked into the case and decided not to charge the officers. Wilson faces several charges in the incident. He's still being held in jail this afternoon.